Okay, guys, we'll go ahead and get started here. I'll still leave it open for a couple minutes in case anyone happens to kind of find their way in. But like I said, my name is Ryan. I am the tutor and mentor supervisor. I'm actually the project specialist here at SWTJC for one of our grant programs. And like you guys, I was just a student just 4 or 5 years ago. So, if y'all have any questions, I can guarantee you're more than welcome to ask them, and we'll do everything we can to help you out. And definitely take advantage of these resources like the Chromebooks. This will really help us and help y'all really to succeed in your classes. So before I really get started, just a couple of things I wanted to point out. Number one, y'all can ask questions. Y'all should be able to access the chat, and in there you can type in any question. Either myself or Mr. Alanis will be able to answer it. Then as well, we do ask that you kind of limit it, I guess, to just you, or if you know another SWTJC student watching, you can go ahead and do that. But we do ask that everyone only represents themselves here. And then one more thing I wanted to talk about before we really start the presentation is our internet service policy. So this is it right here. You can also find it on the website, and it's also going to be in like the handbook. Y'all probably have gotten a couple of emails about it. But as you can see what is not allowed. So kind of specifically, we've highlighted or circled some of these things. Obviously, all of this is big no-nos, but there are certain things that we really have to crack down on. Number one is illegal activity. That's, kind of a no-brainer. Don't break any laws using our internet. Number four as well, hate mail, discriminatory remarks, offensive or inflammatory communication. That will actually get y'all into big trouble if you do anything like that. So definitely be careful on what you're saying. Keep it classy, guys. Number 8, impersonation of another user, anonymity, and pseudonyms. So especially when you're using the internet, using technology, all that, it can be really easy to kind of want to mess around a little. What we ask is that you don't do that. Whatever your name is, try to enter the meeting like that, use that, just so that we can kind of help identify who's doing what's going on, all of that. And then number 10 is kind of a no-brainer as well, disrupting the work of others. If you're in a Zoom meeting and everyone has their videos open, don't start, using a strobe light or something. Try to remember that everyone's here for the same purpose, to get their work done, to learn, all of that. So don't do anything to kind of mess with that. Otherwise, that is about everything I wanted to talk about here. And so now I am going to go ahead and Adon, make you the co-host, so you should be able to share your screen and everything. Adon is part of our IT department. He is a really intelligent, really good guy. So definitely be sure to take advantage of him being here. And Adon, it is all yours.
Thanks, Ryan. Good morning, everybody. Like Ryan said, I'm the IT services supervisor here for the IT department at the junior college. Let me go ahead and get this started. All right. So the purpose for this was, again, just to give you some quick tips and tricks for using Chromebooks. If we do have Chromebooks available on campus at the library, if for some reason you're needing to use one, they are a very affordable alternative to a laptop. So we'll go ahead and get started with these tips. So one of those first tips is to quick open items. You can quickly open any item on your shelf by pressing the Alt and the number key that corresponds with its position. So if you see down below, right here, you'll see the shelf or the dock, and you'll see the icons that I have there. So if I wanted to open Google Chrome, I would push Alt and number 1, and the first icon would open up. Same with number 2, I did that, my Gmail would open up. So it's just quick little keyboard shortcuts to get you into your apps faster. So the next one is going to be to clear out OS notifications. So you will get notifications in your Chromebook just with updates, different apps running different things. So in your notification panel, If you scroll as far as you can, where it's showing the notifications, once you move past the bottom notification, you'll see the clear all button. So with the screenshot here, you'll see your notifications here up top with your updates and everything. And then right at the bottom, you see clear all. A lot of times the pop-ups will keep on coming up if you don't clear them, just to kind of remind you that you have something pending. So if it gets in your way, sometimes it'll block up a portion of the screen while you're trying to work. You can just go down here and clear all the notifications, and that'll kind of get them out of the way. There's many different types of Chromebooks. Some of them are regular laptop style. The other ones are convertible or tablet Chromebooks. So when you're using a convertible or tablet, with the keyboard either detached or swiveled around the back, you can swipe down from the top of the screen while any app is open. And this is going to shrink the app down to the overview screen where you can drop it, and then you can select any other active app or window that you want to open. So if you have a lot of different apps open while you're, say, doing a research paper, or even if you're just chatting during your class and you need to open up something real quick, you can swipe down from the top if it's touchscreen, and it'll bring up your overview screen, which shows you all the applications that you have running active. And this was just one way where you can kind of flip back and forth between all the things you're working on at the moment. I did compile a list of some popular shortcuts. This is going to be kind of a lot to go over, but what I could do is get with Ryan and have him post this somewhere on our website. That way you can always refer back to it. So one of the most important ones is going to be the screenshot. Like I said, all Chromebooks are different, so some of the keyboard layouts are different. So some of them will have an actual screenshot key, while others will have a show windows. So you can do the control show windows, and it would be the same thing as hitting your screenshot key. If you wanted to do like a partial screenshot where instead of taking a picture of the whole screen, you're just doing a selection of it, you can do the Alt and screenshot button, and it'll give you a little crosshair, and then you can select the area that you want to screenshot. Let's see, for the tablets, it's going to be the power and the volume down button, similar to your iPhone. For caps lock, which is a very important one because a lot of Chromebooks don't have a caps lock button, you can do the search button and L, or the launcher button and L. Again, they're different. Some of them will have a launcher button, some of them will have a search button. So just kind of pay attention to your keyboard layout. And either way, it'll be plus L, and that's going to lock your screen. While you're in your Chrome browser, which is going to be the main browser that you're using on your Chromebooks, there's a lot of other keyboard functions that you can use to do different things. So if you needed a new window, it'd be Control N. If you wanted to do a new incognito mode, which a lot of times this is useful if you're logging into WebAdvisor a lot. Sometimes you'll get an error message that says you've reached the maximum number of cookies on your browser. The quick workaround for that would be to open incognito mode and sign in there. Otherwise, you'll have to go and you'll have to clear the browser cache and history. So this is a quick workaround if you just need to get in real quick to check something. New tab, a new file in browser, close the current tab. This one right here is really useful as well. Go to tabs 1 through 8 in the window. So if you have many tabs open and you know which order they're in, you could do Control 1 or Control 8, and it'll pop to that tab in your browser instead of having to kind of cycle through them one at a time. One other popular one is going to be to open the window you used last recently. So you'll press and hold Shift, Alt, and then you'll tap the tab until you get to the window that you want to open. And then once you release it, it'll pop that window open full screen. Again, here's some more keyboard shortcuts for tabs and windows. If you wanted to move, say you had a window open and you wanted to shoot it over to the left side of your screen so you could open something up on the right, you would hit the Alt and the left square bracket, and it'll kind of pin that to half of your screen to the left. It's going to be the same thing for the right as well, and that's just so that you can split your screen and have 2 windows open at a time. Again, touching on the split screen, you can open 2 apps side by side in split screen mode by either following the same step described above or by dragging the app to the left or to the right of the screen. When you see that half of the screen light up, you can let go and it'll lock it into half of the screen. So you just click at the top, excuse me, you click at the top, drag it over to the left side or the right side. Once it lights up, you can let it go and it'll snap in and it'll fill up half of the screen by itself. And then the other half will pop up your overview interface, and you can select the new app that you want to fill the other half of the screen. That way you'll have both sides completed. To quick switch apps, so instead of having to go through one at a time and kind of cycle through, you can push the Alt and Tab, and that'll allow you to toggle back and forth between the two most recently used apps or windows. Again, this is just touching on moving the Alt and the left bracket to move it to this left or right side. This is just the keyboard shortcut, whereas the other one was the this one here was actually using your mouse to drag it over to the left or right side. This one here would be the actual keyboard shortcut, which is the Alt and bracket. Caps lock. So a lot of the Chromebooks do not have a caps lock button. If for whatever reason you are needing to use it though, you can press the search key and the Alt together and it'll activate your caps lock. And then whenever you're ready to stop shouting, you can push it again and that'll change it back to the normal text. One of the really big ones is creating website shortcuts. So in order to do this, you would visit your website that you frequently visit. And you can get on-demand access by opening the Chrome menu and selecting more tools and then selecting create shortcut. And what this will do is it'll create a shortcut and it'll put it down on your dock. And again, if you were to use the quick keyboard commands here, this one. If you do the Alt and 1 or Alt and 2, you can put your shortcuts down here on this dock and say we'll do Canvas. You can add it to the number 2 spot. And anytime you needed to access Canvas, you could do Alt number 2 and it would pop you up straight to that website rather than you having to go to the main junior college website and go through the whole process that way. And that's all I have for y'all today, guys. If you, I guess Brian said if y'all have any questions, please reach out. And I'll get with him so we can post this online on the website. That way you'll have access to those quick shortcuts if you need to ever refer back to them.
Yeah, guys. So if anyone has any questions, y'all should be able to either post them in the chat or I believe there's an option where you can raise your hand. You can use that and we can go ahead and unmute you so you can ask your question. Questions or so Miss Ivy Delagadesa is asking if Chromebook is compatible with G-Metrix.
Okay, as of now, the Chromebook is not compatible with G-Metrix. G-Metrix runs on the Windows platform, therefore you would need to have a Windows computer. So no, it will not work with the Chromebook at this time.
That was a good question. Does anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, one of the other programs that won't work is the Lockdown browser. So if you're familiar with that, it's a browser that we use for testing with most of the classes. And that also is not compatible with the Chromebook. You would have to use either a Windows or Apple iOS device.
All right, well, I don't see anyone else ask, or here we go. So someone has an HP Windows and hasn't been able to download, I'm not sure, she just said download it, G-Metrix. For help with that, can they contact y'all guys at IT?
Yes, you can reach out to us at the help desk and we can help you out with that. The first thing I would do is make sure you contact your instructor and make sure that she's authorized you to use it. I believe they need an account for it. But once you have that taken care of, go ahead and reach out to us if it's just an issue downloading, and we can try to help you out to the best of our ability. We have technicians here in Uvalde, Del Rio, and Eagle Pass. So If you're at any of those 3 sites and you needed to actually bring it in, we could go ahead and set up an appointment with you to help you get that taken care of. And I'll go ahead and post our main help desk phone number in the chat. That way, if you want to reach out and give us a call to set up that appointment, we can go ahead and get that taken care of for you.
Okay, thank you, sir. So I believe any other questions? Going once. Going twice. Okay, so doesn't sound like there's any other questions. So thank you all for coming out. Adon, thanks for hosting this. And like we said, if you have any further questions, be sure to refer them to IT. The phone number is there in the chat. In case you can't see it, it is 830-591-7323. Or you can also go ahead and just give the college in general a call and someone's going to be able to help you out. Thanks. I hope you all have a great day.
All right. Thanks, Ryan. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.